All right, Baruch Hashem, I was able to go to mikveh today. Nice cold mikveh. I haven't been to mikveh in a week, so it's very, very nice. I was able to go to mikveh today. Especially I feel bad. I didn't go not on the yard side of the Bereishis, not on the yard side of the Rimnitzer. So let's learn now a post mikveh shtickle Kedushas Levi. That's after a whole week I haven't gone to mikveh. Let's learn a shtickle Kedushas Levi after the mikveh. Another shtickle Kedushas Levi. Bereishis, Bereishis. So now the Rebbe is looking at one word, Bereishis. In English they translate 3 words, in the beginning, but actually there's really no the, it's just in the beginning, because it would be Bereishis if it was in the beginning. It's Bereishis with a Pasach. I mean, if it was with a Pasach, it would be in the beginning, but since it's with a Shva, it's just in beginning. But the Rebbe looks at it, Bereishis. And there's a letter Beis, and then there's Reishis. It's 2 words. Hashem Yisbarach Mashviya Shef of Anu B'Svil Seinu Oisim Tzimtzum. That's a misprint here. It should be Tzimtzum, not Tzitzmum. There's no word Tzitzmum. We make Tzimtzum. We constrict that which God pours down, the influence of God, the Hashefa, the influence or the blessing. Kol echad lefi ratzon shaloi. Everyone according to his own will, meaning through prayers, meaning we pray for what we want and God provides, praying that God willing I should have a minyan tomorrow, because we know we have for sure 9, but there might be a 10th somewhere around that you don't expect. It'll show up and then we'll have 10. Mirz Hashem. Maybe there's somebody over here. It's a nice Yiddish home here. No. So then, Kol echad lefi ratzon shelo zeh ois tzimtzum im ois yischayim l'chayim. So everyone's making their tzimtzum. Everyone's making the constriction, meaning they're taking the blessing. It's like you have a water fountain and you're directing it where you want, and you're capturing the water and you're directing it with your will where you want to send the water, right? And by these letters, the letters of prayer, from life to life to life to life, l'chaim, right? V'zeh im oisius chochma l'chochma. And also with the letters, we go from wisdom to wisdom. So one takes the letters of Chaim, and he makes life. And the other one takes the letters of wisdom, and he makes wisdom. And this one takes the letters wealth, and he brings wealth, meaning it's all one God, and God's singular blessing. But the blessing of someone wants the blessing of life, they take the letters of the word life of Chaim and they bring life. They want wisdom and they pray for wisdom. They take those letters of Chochmah, wisdom, and they bring wisdom. It's all the plain light of God, and we refract it like a prism. And the one who wants wealth, he receives wealth through prayer. And so it is with all the benefits we have in life. Everyone according to their will. And everything that exists in the spiritual world exists also in the material world. Right? Right? We made a little joke today in the prison. I said something. I said, Madonna, she was a material girl in the material world. Now she's a Kabbalistic girl, and she is an Arba Lama. She's in 4 different worlds. So, V'hine Gashmis yesh kol, v'diber. And so in the material world, there's a voice, and there's words. Kolu kolu, v'diber tzimtzum, meaning the voice, the sound, is just a plain sound. The word is taking the sounds and turning into words. That's the idea of tzimtzum, of constriction. And we actually constrict our throats and our mouths in order to form these words. A tzimtzum la'kol, meaning we take the voice, the sound, and transform it into something useful. Through the letters of words. V'hinei kain Bereishis hakol shofar hu hashefa me'aborei baruch hu hakolol. But on Rosh Hashanah, there's this general sound that doesn't have words to it of the shofar on Rosh Hashanah. That's just a plain sound, which is likened to God's plain shefa, God's plain outpouring of blessing, that's not constricted into anything particular yet, the way we receive it. But when we are, this is fascinating insight into what Rosh Hashanah is all about. When we recite Musaf with the Malchus, Zechronis, V'Shofros, then we are bringing this into letters, in words. V'hinei zeh shefa nishba kol me'abari yisbrach zehu b'chinas Torah sheb'ksav shono esem tzimtzum b'shefa oisis hu b'chinas Torah sheb'al peh. And it's fascinating what he says here. He says the plain light of God that comes down, that's the written Torah that came directly from God, and that which we as human beings manipulate is the oral Torah. But that also comes from God, because everything comes from God. Ki Torah sheb'al peh hu b'ratzon Yisrael, because the oral Torah is according to the will of Israel, according to the Jewish people's will. Kasher heim oisem perish b'Torah sheb'ksav, meaning the way that we interpret the written Torah. Now we have to interpret according to the rules that God gave us, but that's how it works. Zeo Beis Reishis. That's why it says Beis, which is the letter B, the number 2 also. Reishis. That there's 2, and Reishis sometimes is a reference to Torah. Means to say that there's 2 Torahs, Torah sheb'ksav, Torah sheb'al peh. There's the oral Torah and the written Torah, and that's the meaning that we have here. There's nobody. This guy's not here either.